Oh my God. It's a very personal story that I've never spoken about. Can I explain what these lyrics mean? No, you're catching me out now. Shake off all your burdens, shame's no friend of mine. This is from To Be Free, which is a song that I released a few months ago. Shake off all your burdens. I actually wrote this I'd say a couple of weeks after I changed my pronouns, and it's just a beautiful moment with my dear friend Simon Aldred, where we sat down and we captured the feeling of freedom. I felt free, and I felt like I was getting older, and I was shaking off the issues that I'd had when I was a kid. Like, your 20s are hard. I reached a place about 3-4 years ago where I just felt good in my skin, and the feeling was just so magical and so good. And so I wanted to document that moment, and To Be Free is that. And it really is about sharing that feeling, of saying, I feel good. Come, this is round the corner for you too, if you want it to be. Oh, I have loved you for many years. Maybe I'm just not enough. It's actually, it's sad. It takes me back to that song. Oh my God. Oh, sorry, this song is I'm Not the Only One. It's one of my favorite songs I've ever written, actually. And this song was about a guy I was in love with. We never hooked up or anything. It was purely unrequited. But he was actually married. And I wrote that song from the perspective of his partner. When I hear about the pain and the heartbreak that women can experience, it breaks my heart. So a lot of my songs, actually, I write from stories that I hear from incredible women. So that's one of them. Now I've got you in my space, I won't let go of you. This is a lyric from Latch, and this just brings back beautiful, warm memories. This song broke me as an artist. When I wrote this song, I'll never forget playing it. My mum was sat in the bar with some friends having a drink, and I was working a shift. And I'll never forget playing this song to my mum for the first time in the bar. And she just freaked out. And then 3 months later, it was on the radio, and I was working a bar shift, cleaning the bar and serving people, and my song was on the radio. Oh my God, dirty, dirty boy, everyone is talking on the scene. I sound so British when I say that, dirty, dirty. This is from Unholy. It's kind of like the over 18 version of I'm Not the Only One, I guess. Dirty, dirty boy, everyone is talking on the scene. But this is me as a queer person kind of coming to the defense of a girlfriend that's being cheated on and kind of calling out the guy. I see me and Kim as queer Bonnie and Clyde on this song. Just talking about Unholy, it just brings back so many images of inflatable suits and being hoisted in corsets, being absolutely fat and shattered on tour, and just covered in glitter and sweaty and having the best time ever. I'm speeding up, my heartbeat's dancing alone. This is from Promises. I'm speeding up, my heartbeat's dancing alone. When you write in the studio with people, you're so used to just walking into rooms, and there's an engineer, and there's loads of different people in the room helping plug things in and everything. But it was just Calvin. And it was just Jesse sitting there, and Calvin does everything by himself. And I'd never met Jesse Reyes. Little did I know that the day we wrote that was the beginning of a life-changing relationship. I don't even think we had the beat, actually. I think I remember Jesse just started going, "Are you drunk enough?" like that, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then we started writing, and then I attacked the chorus melody when we were in the booth. That song became such an important moment for me. I just had a breakup. I was on tour. I did like a 130-date tour. That song was a blessing at a time when I needed it. It's nothing better than like a good dance pop song when you're feeling a bit heartbroken. I'm pretty clear that I'm not over you. Why am I blank away? I can hear it. Dancing with a Stranger. It's pretty clear that I'm not over you. I remember I went out in LA one night. Again, it was after the same breakup around Promises. And I went out in LA and I got with a guy in the club. I just remember the next day, I was just like, oh, it's not him. And all I wanted was my ex. And it was just such a painful time. I was so heartbroken. It's my first real queer heartbreak. And then fate happened. We're in the studio, we finished the song. And then Normani walks into the studio because she's there to meet Stargate, and she recorded it on the day. I love that song so much. I find it smooth, and I love singing it. Why am I so emotional? No, it's not a good look. Gain some self-control. This is from Stay With Me, and it just this always takes me back to just being in London and being 21 years old and just queer and confused. Why am I so emotional? No, it's not a good look, and some self-control. I didn't have a unit of gay friends around me, and the queer friends I had were trying to figure out their stuff. And so I just I would go out by myself a lot, and Stay With Me is such it's a song that everyone can relate to, and but it is definitely a queer feeling, a feeling that comes from a queer experience. And the loneliness I was trying to capture, a lot of it was because I hadn't found my people. I hadn't had an experience with a man where he'd wanted to be with me, and I was just so desperate for that. I'm really proud that I got to capture that in Stay With Me, and I think that even now when I sing it, I find it healing to sing that song. The moon, the stars are nothing without you. This is from Lay Me Down. The moon and the stars are nothing without you. This song is actually about my grandma who died a few years previous to me writing Lay Me Down. And it's quite not dark, it's just quite a sad and deep song, Lay Me Down. It's basically saying it's from the perspective of my grandma saying that she wants to lay down next to her husband who died 10 years before with him. So it's very, 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 very dark and deep, but it's become an everlasting love song, and I'm just so proud of that song. I hate it when you hiss and preach about your new messiah because your theories catch fire. Oh my God. La la la. I mean, this song it's a wild thing. It keeps coming back to, online and stuff, and people love it. I hate it when you hiss and preach about your new messiah because your theories catch fire. Look, the song is really, really fun, and I'm always proud of it, but I was so young, and I sometimes the lyrics I'm like, oh my God, it's like looking back at an outfit of you when you're 19 and being like, why did I wear that? Sometimes I have moments where I'm like, why did I say that? Can I explain what these lyrics mean? No, you're catching me out now. The friend that I was talking about was, in the song, was very patronizing to me. They were my age. We both had similar types of careers going on. And I felt patronized at times, and felt like their theories on things didn't make sense and caught fire at times. The person who this is about, they just had different beliefs about music than I did. It's a very personal story that I've never spoken about, but it does make sense to me. Okay. Baby, we don't stand a chance. It's sad, but it's true. This is from Too Good at Goodbyes. Baby, we don't stand a chance. It's sad, but it's true. This was about a guy that I had a relationship with, a very, very short relationship with, after the success of my first record. When I wrote this song, I really, really resented him because there was just drama. Years afterwards, we actually met up again, and he's just such a beautiful, lovely person. And at this point, I was just used to being heartbroken and used to relationships not working out. So when they wouldn't work out, I was just like, it's like I know how to deal with this now a little bit more. Oh my God, when I signed my deal, I felt pressure from my favorite song. It's not Money in My Mind. Oh gosh. When I signed my deal, I felt pressure. It makes me cringe sometimes, this song, but I'm also a big advocate and supporter of cringing. I think that we all need to cringe more. This was me as a kid being flung around by my label to all different people to write with, and just being so overwhelmed. And you sit in a room with certain writers and they just love music so much, and it feels so pure, and they're there to just write music with you. And then you go into a room with some people who they just want to make money off of you, and you can really feel that in certain rooms, and it just really, really upset me. And so I went into the studio with 2-Inch Punch, Ben, a friend of mine who's so wonderful and talented and incredible, and we got to express that on that day, and it was beautifully fun and carefree.